Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Thrilling comeback. Greet Minnen edges Eala in Edge of Your Seat 7-6 showdown at Suzhou Tennis 125 Open. The Suzhou Tennis 125 Open had already been building into one of the most exciting stops on the WTA 125 calendar, but when Belgium's Greet Minnen and the Philippines' rising star Eala clashed under the lights, fans got a taste of everything tennis at its best has to offer: nerves, resilience, artistry, and above all, pure heart. In a tense, breathless encounter, Minnen staged a dramatic comeback to overcome Eala in a first-set tiebreak that seemed to stretch on forever before finally sealing the set 7-6. That razor-thin edge marked not just a statistical victory, but also a psychological one, cementing Minnen's status as a tough competitor and leaving Eala to contemplate what might have been. Setting the stage, two worlds collide. Greet Minnen, Belgium's steady climber. At 27 years old, Greet Minnen has long been recognized on the circuit as a dependable, consistent player. While she has not always commanded headlines like some of her flashier contemporaries, Minnen has carved out a niche as someone you cannot overlook. Tall, athletic, armed with a strong two-handed backhand and remarkable court coverage, her rise hasn't been meteoric, but it's been steady. A veteran of both WTA and ITF events, she has learned the hard lessons of the sport: resilience against defeat, patience in grinding matches, and an instinct for capitalizing when an opponent wavers. For Minnen, every match is both a personal battle and a chance to reinforce that her career is far from finished. She is still climbing. Eala, the Philippines' rising flame. On the other side stood Eala, just 20 years old, carrying the weight of a nation that has long dreamed of a global tennis star. A left-hander blessed with both grit and flair, Eala has already made history by becoming the first Filipino to win a junior Grand Slam singles title. Every tournament she enters is another chance to prove that she is destined not just to be a regional star, but an international force. Her youth is matched with fierce ambition. Having trained at the Rafa Nadal Academy, she has imbibed the lessons of intensity, respect for the sport, and a warrior's mentality. For Eala, this wasn't just another WTA 125 event. It was a chance to send a message that she belongs in the higher tiers, that her climb is accelerating, and that Asia has a new force ready to rival anyone. The clash of styles. This set the stage for an intriguing battle. Minnen, tall, powerful, experienced, with calm precision. Eala, shorter, fast, crafty, fueled by adrenaline and youthful boldness. The Suzhou Open, with its fast courts and electric atmosphere, was the perfect arena for their worlds to collide. The match unfolds. First games, testing the waters. From the very first ball, both players knew this would not be a casual match. Minnen tried to establish her dominance with strong first serves, aiming to push Eala behind the baseline. But Eala responded with sharp returns and quick-footed court coverage. The crowd sensed it. This wasn't going to be a one-sided affair. The games ticked upward, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3. Neither gave ground, both saving break points with fearless aggression. The middle phase, pressure mounts. As the set edged toward its climax, tension thickened. Minnen found her rhythm on serve, mixing up wide deliveries with flat bodies, serves that pinned Eala down. Eala countered by pulling Minnen into longer rallies, working angles, and showing off her trademark forehand whip. At 5-5, the match felt like it could tilt either way. The players weren't just fighting their opponent. They were fighting their own nerves. The tiebreak, a battle of wills. When the set reached 6-6, the crowd erupted. Everyone knew this was it, a tiebreak, a mental crucible. Early momentum, Eala jumped ahead, fueled by aggression, taking a 3-1 lead. Her fans waved flags and shouted encouragement, believing the Filipino phenom was about to steal the set. The Belgian response. Minnen, calm as ever, clawed her way back with two massive serves and a forehand winner that silenced attention. Suddenly, it was 4-4. Final exchange. At 6-6, the rally stretched on for 22 strokes, Minnen defending with desperation, Eala pushing with all her heart. One short ball, one hesitation. Eala netted a forehand. Minnen pumped her fist, earning set point. On the next ball, a booming backhand sealed it. 7-6, Minnen. The crowd leapt to their feet. What they had just witnessed was not merely a set of tennis. It was survival artistry and courage condensed into one unforgettable sequence. Technical masterclass. For the purists, this match was a clinic in contrasting styles. Serving strategies. Minnen relied on consistency, aiming for placement over raw speed. Eala mixed spins and pace, trying to disrupt rhythm. Baseline exchanges. Minnen's backhand stood out as the anchor of her game, absorbing pressure and striking winners. Eala's forehand, heavy with topspin, forced Minnen into defensive scrambles. Movement and defense. Eala's speed was breathtaking, chasing down balls few others could reach. Minnen's length and reach gave her the ability to stretch rallies and force errors. It wasn't just power, it was chess played at 100 miles per hour, emotional undertones. For Minnen, this victory, however narrow, was monumental. She had stared down a younger, hungrier opponent and refused to blink. For Minnen, winning such a tight tiebreak was proof that her years on tour had given her mental armor. It was validation that she could still control her destiny. For Eala, the loss stung. So close. So many moments when she could have sealed the set, but it also represented growth. Every tough loss is a stepping stone, and Eala left the court knowing she had matched an experienced competitor shot for shot. Her journey isn't measured in wins alone, but in battles survived, lessons learned, and scars earned. The fans' perspective. In the stands, it was a festival of emotion. Filipino fans had traveled far, waving flags and chanting Eala's name. Belgian supporters responded in kind, urging their champion forward. Every point brought gasps, cheers, groans. On social media, clips of the tiebreak went viral. Analysts praised Eala's heart and Minnen's nerves of steel. Headlines spoke of the future meeting the present. The match became more than just numbers. It became a memory shared by all who watched. What this means going forward. For Minnen, confidence boost for future WTA 125 and 250 events. Proof that her tactical discipline remains strong. Potential springboard to deeper runs in bigger draws. For Eala, a reminder that she belongs at this level. A call to sharpen her finishing instincts in crunch moments. Another step toward the top 100, where she is destined to land sooner rather than later. Matches like these remind us why we watch sports. Not just for the wins and losses, but for the thrill of human will colliding under pressure. Suzhou witnessed a moment that transcended rankings, a tiebreak that etched itself into memory, and two athletes who proved once again that tennis is not just a game, but a story written in sweat and spirit. And perhaps when Eala and Minnen meet again, the outcome may be different, but the fire will burn just as bright. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.